Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Clarke, and I have one of the most popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channels in the world, having everything to do with each and every one of you. Because of your love for Descendants and Zombies, this YouTube channel has gone on to achieve so much severity for every moment that we've shared in together being fans of Descendants and Zombies, because of an undeniable amount of love and support that we've seen from the very first video that was ever uploaded on this YouTube channel that had everything to do with a promise that I made to each and every one of you, a promise of dedication to honor your favorite moments that made you a fan of Descendants and Zombies, your favorite stars who deserve all the respect in the world, more respect than they've ever been shown in their lives. And I wanted to be that guy to give it to you. And because you guys took a chance on me and you saw the good in me when nobody else ever could, that I may have worked with or I may have recorded videos for, you guys really took a chance on me and you made this YouTube channel so popular with so many fans of Descendants and Zombies. And because of you, I know more than I ever have. I will go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time. How that's going to happen, I really don't know, because I never know what the future has in store. But I do know that I will never forget the profound impact that each and every one of you had on my life, how much you changed my life, and how you really put my life into perspective and helped me make sense of everything going on around me. Because one of the greatest joys of my life came in the form of recording videos on your favorite stars, who I couldn't stand to see cry all the time because of how critics felt about them. We are just 24 hours into the premiere of the silent treatment music from Freya, Skye, and I love it so much. I think this song is so beautiful because it really puts into perspective how much of an impact just one person can have on our lives. They come into our lives and they just vanish without any explanation ever being offered, and they leave us in doubt with so many unanswered questions and so much uncertainty. Obviously, this is a song that focuses on heartbreak, and I can kind of relate to that and feel where Freya Skye is coming from, because she wants to share a story that she may have experienced in her lifetime with each and every one of you. She wants to let you know how she feels, and she's doing it in the most powerful way that many people have attempted to do but never could succeed to do. But Freya Skye is one of these fortunate people who have been able to do it. She shares in her pain with each and every one of you, and we are experiencing every emotion coming from Freya Skye. This is a beautiful song. It is tens across the board, regardless of how some people may feel about it. These reaction videos that have been uploaded have been nothing short of ridiculous, because people can't seem to really put into words how they feel about this song, because this is a song more than ever coming from Freya Skye that many of us, at least 95% of our audience, can really relate to. Take me, for example. I was a guy who pretty much was a loser. I had no date to my high school prom, and I remember when I graduated in grade 12, the yearbook committee came to me and they said, write something about what you want to be remembered for having done in your lifetime, about being a part of our school. And the only thing that came to my mind was falling in love with somebody and going down in history for being the greatest of all time. So I put my hand on my chin, and that's exactly what I wrote. It may have taken me 25 years to become one of the greatest of all time and to achieve recognition for talking about Descendants and Zombies and all things Disney and Nickelodeon related. But you know something? I accomplished my dream. Because my greatest honor was meeting each and every one of you. I didn't care about who came into my life or what opportunities presented itself to me that I could have taken advantage of, because I've had many opportunities coming out of my life. But this by far was the greatest honor of my life, because I had the chance to meet each and every one of you as we got to share in our stories about what has made us feel inspired to be fans of Descendants and Zombies. And from my heart to yours, I know I've said thank you 1,000 times, more than any other YouTube creator who's ever uploaded a video pertaining to Descendants and Zombies. But I do it because I want you guys to know how appreciative I am of each and every one of you. Because without you, I have no YouTube channel. This YouTube channel would not be here, and people like Freya Skye and Kyle Control would not be being shown the respect that they have forever and always deserved. These Descendant stars, just like they've been a part of each and every one of your lives, have been a part of my life, and I've become very dedicated to uploading videos about who and about what you love, because I know what it's like to be each and every one of you. I know what it's like to be excited for the premiere of a single called Silent Treatment. I was so excited tonight to talk about it because I had so much left to say that I didn't say in any earlier reaction video that I ever uploaded. And if you notice anything about my reaction videos, they are far different from any other reaction video that you've seen about the Silent Treatment song, because I can break down and I can review these songs unlike anybody else ever could, because I see the appreciation coming from Freya Skye, a part of every project that she's ever had the chance to create for each and every one of you. The development of this song began months ago, and it was about personal loss. It was about not really understanding a situation and or circumstance that have befallen you that you had so many unanswered questions about before that you could never seem to find the answers to. But you know what it has everything to do with? It's about your friends. It's about how loyal your friendships are to each and every one of you. Because I've always believed that you don't really need probably 100 friends in your lifetime and being the most popular person in your class or in your lifetime. All you've ever really needed are 3 or 4 really good friends to help you make sense of everything going on around you. And I see many people who are subscribed to this YouTube channel who probably only have 3 or 4 really good friends, but in their videos they upload, they hang out with those same 3 or 4 friends every day after school, during school, recording videos, by baking, by drawing, sharing in stories that make them fans of Descendants and Zombies, and I find that to be incredibly beautiful and truly inspiring. And I think you should hold on to that belief and that incentive for just a little while longer, because special things are coming for you. God has really great things planned for you guys because you're so dedicated to who and to what you love. Because you guys don't care about the criticism that Freya Skye sees, even with how heartbreaking it is. All you've ever cared about is being a part of something special and sharing in these moments with Freya Skye. And that's what makes the release of singles like Silent Treatment so special. And that's what makes this, moments like these, so special for me, to be able to push record every night and sit in front of my microphone and turn on my camera and tell you how I truly feel about this. Because we've all experienced personal loss. We've either experienced personal loss, we've obviously experienced loss with stories that we can't even express to people. We've all experienced it in some form or some particular fashion. I just spoke on how on my grade 12 graduation night I had no date to the prom. But I went to my prom. It didn't hold me back from going to my graduation. And I enjoyed my time at the prom because I knew a moment like this was never ever going to happen ever again. While I may have never had no date, I knew I was destined for great things. And it may have taken me 25 years to realize what those great things were. But having it come in the form of talking about Descendants and Zombies was the greatest honor that I ever had bestowed upon me. Because I met thousands of people. This was a YouTube channel where you guys took a loser who used to stream video games or talk about movies and TV shows that he was a fan of, and really turned it into something spectacular. Because of each and every one of you who have subscribed to this YouTube channel, these videos are finding their way out into the YouTube algorithm every night. And people like Freya Skye and Kylie Contrell are finding out how I truly feel about them, which is precisely what I wanted to have happen. I wanted to achieve so much recognition so that when my time in this lifetime is over, your favorite Descendants and Zombie stars have legacies that they will never ever be forgotten because they had the chance to share and create in these wonderful moments with each and every one of you, while making you feel as if you were a part of something special. That's all I've ever wanted to do. I may have never wanted to achieve fame, because fame's always had a consistent habit of following me everywhere I went, in some form or some fashion. All I've ever wanted was to become known. And I wanted to carve a legacy, which you guys helped me create. And through that legacy, I was able to tell you how I felt about Kylie Contrell, how I took exception to seeing tears in a girl's eyes that should have never been there in the first place because of somehow Guy treated her in some relationship where her political point of view eventually got taken into context. I've always wanted people like Kylie Contrell to know that they are special in so many unique and so many unforgettable ways. And regardless of how some guy who may have been a part of their life for some short time or some short period felt about them, they never did anything wrong. And if Freya Skye is experiencing hurt, which was the inspiration for the release of this song, I wanted to know that she's special in so many imaginable ways. Just like each and every one of you. The thing that a guy really needs to realize about a relationship or a friendship that he has is that every girl cries. And the majority of people that come in and out of your life never seem to realize just how a girl really truly feels. Because all you guys ever want is to be understood. And you're going to have to forgive me because I seem to be the only YouTuber who doesn't specialize in this kind of thing or this kind of stuff that really understands that. Because I really believe that if a guy really paid attention to you or called you back every single time you lost your connection just to ask you if you were okay or just to check on you, I think this world will be a more comforting place than what it actually is. Because I genuinely believe there are nice people in this world, but there are far more idiots out there than ever given credit for. And I say that with absolute respect. Because I think that if more people noticed how a girl truly feels, how she always just wants to make somebody happy in her lifetime for whatever reason she wants to make you happy because of, I think this world will be a better place. And I was just saying that because I'm really soft-hearted and I really see the message of this song. But I think way too many people heard every single day for some unexplained reason they can't make sense of because they just want to find their place in the world. They just want to figure that out. Because I've always believed that everybody has a light. It just takes you a while to find that light. And I know that sounds very reminiscent of one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters of all time, Cloud. But when he said that in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, he really spoke volumes to me and to everybody who ever was a fan of Cloud. Because everybody does have a light. It just takes you longer than some people to find it. Some people will find that light before you. Some people have found that light ever before you ever did. Perhaps you found your light before anybody else ever did, regardless of what your circumstance or situation is. You see, I don't have to know you to know that you're a great person, because every single person that's ever subscribed to this YouTube channel is a wonderful person in so many unique ways that separates you from every other Descendants or Zombies fan, because everybody has a reason why they're here. You're either here because you're a fan of Freya, Skye, or you're a fan of Kylie Cantrell. You're probably a fan of Meg Donnelly, who's never given enough credit or shown enough appreciation. By the way, seeing her perform at the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Day Parade was a beautiful experience for me, seeing her perform Dancing Around. That's a popular music video, and she's achieving so much recognition because of it, exactly what I wanted to have happen for Meg Donnelly. There are far more people in these franchises that are never given enough credit or given much of a chance. But I really believe that if we listen to the messages of these songs, it will help us make sense of everything going on around us and in our individual lives. Because moments like these are only ever meant to happen once for every lifetime. Because moments like these are only ever happened once for every lifetime. I think these are moments we should really take a chance on. And if we're going to review songs like Silent Treatment with just 20,000 likes, which is an understatement to what this song has yet to achieve, because there are far more accolades this song is going to go on to achieve. Within 24 hours of its premiere, 20,000 likes is a far cry from what I want to see happen for this song. And I really don't pay really close attention to most of these reaction videos, because none of these reaction videos have ever made any sense to me. If you're recording a 6-minute reaction video because your school was shut down because of a snowstorm, and all you're doing in the 6-minute video is listening to the song, but you fail to tell everybody how you feel about a song, that really doesn't tell me much about how you feel about either the song or tells me much about you. Because what defines you in every video that you upload is how you showcase your personality in so many individual ways that separates you from everybody else. If you can pinpoint the first 1 minute and 20 seconds of a song, anybody can really do that. Or they can consistently repeat the song over and over again because they love it so much without telling us how they really feel about it or telling us anything about them themselves. For instance, if I stop talking for about, 5 seconds, what did that tell me about me in that brief 5 seconds? It didn't really tell me a whole lot about myself or tell you anything. What I like to do is I like to separate these videos from everybody else and tell you how I really feel about a music video, because I really get Freya. I understand where she's coming from. Regardless if she's experienced any amount of heartbreak in her lifetime, she's going to experience far more heartbreak than she's ever experienced before in her lifetime, because she still has a long way to go. Many years ago, I had a conversation about my nephew when he was 5 years old, and I looked at my dad and I told my dad he had a long way to go. And those truer words had never been spoken at that point in time, because at just 5 years old, you still have so much of a legacy to carve and so much of a legacy left to leave behind. And I think the same incentive applies to each and every one of your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, because undeniably, they still have a long way to go. While many people will choose to criticize the Descendants of Zombies franchise that you guys love so much, because of the fact that you've taken so much of a chance on these franchises and tales that have felt like they've lasted for forever and ever, and are as old as time, like Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and Hercules and The Little Mermaid. That's why franchises like Descendants of Zombies have gone on to achieve so much rarity, because of their popularity, how they resonate with so many wonderful people, and how many countless people have felt inspired by characters portrayed by Kylie Cantrell, Freya, Skye, and so on, because ever since donning these characters and taking on the responsibility of revitalizing a franchise after coming back off a 5-year hiatus, it's really incredible. And it's become such a huge honor for me to be able to record so many wonderful videos. I just want whoever may be watching this video tonight, who may be experiencing some personal loss, who may have lost a best friend, or somebody may have come in and out of your life without any explanation having been offered to you, just vanishing without any explanation. I just want you to know, whatever you may be going through tonight, we all look at the same moon, and everything is going to be all right. And why is everything going to be all right? Well, because it has to be. You have to go on with your life. And just because this one person unexplainably vanished from your life, that doesn't mean that you're going to be another wonderful person that's going to stay with you. You will. It just takes time, because everybody has a special somebody that they think they should have a chance of spending the rest of their life with or wants to make something special with. And just because you feel that way doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a wonderful person both on the inside and out. And I may be just saying this because I record some of the most beautiful videos ever about Descendants and Zombies. But I like to encourage everybody who's ever watched even just one of my videos that hope does exist. Everybody has a chance of happily ever after and fairy tales really existing, because I've always believed, ever seeing classics like Sleeping Beauty and Beauty and the Beast, that they're just beautiful stories, and they deserve to be retold so many times even after 35 years of their releases, because some of these princesses had some of the most beautiful love stories ever told. They are tales as old as time. They are tales that deserve to be relived time and time again, even through Descendants and Zombies, which is why I've always had a greater emphasis on how more characters have a greater appreciation to be showcased through this, because this has been the most fun that I've had in my entire life. And I feel very differently about Descendants and Zombies. I think the Zombies franchise still has a long way to go, but even after having said that, they still have so much of a beautiful love story to be told. With Victor and Nova, we don't know really that much about them, so we still have time to develop a new story, new characters to see their way into the franchise, which I'm really excited about. The issue I have with all these reaction videos are they don't really tell you how they feel about music like Silent Treatment. And I wish if more people would do that, I think we would have a greater appreciation for how somebody may be feeling tonight because of the emphasis of this song and its message. I Googled the true meaning of this single before I ever recorded the video tonight, and pretty much what it focused on was personal loss. And I think it goes way beyond personal loss. It goes to the point where she's trying to explain something that may have happened to her or occurred for her in her own life, because she too realizes that we both look at the same moon. Regardless of who we are or what we may be going through, we all have a situation that we don't want to face, we can't make sense of, that we don't ever want to make sense of, because it just kind of happens. I can't even tell you how many times I've been caught up in situations that I could never make sense of, but you know something? Because of people like you who watch these videos, I found my way out of darkness back into light every single time. And I think we all eventually get to that point where we realize some of the most valuable and most precious things in our lives have everything to do with the friendships that may have come in and out of our lives, the people who we may have fallen in love with for no particular reason, that we wish we could spend the rest of our lives with, which was emphasized on more than ever because of this beautiful love story between Victor and Nova and Meg Donnelly and Marla Manheim's character Zed and Addison, which meant so much to the Zombies franchise over the course of 7 years. A love story we will never ever forget. They were a part of our lives for over 7 years, held a special place in our hearts, and as much as I get that, we have to move on with the times now and focus on Freya, Skye, and Malachi Burton's story as Nova and Victor, because we still have so much of a story to be told and to experience here. I just wish I had more answers to the questions you guys are asking, like will Zombies 5 be on Disney Channel? Obviously it will be on Disney Channel, and obviously we will, yes, most certainly see Victor and Nova kiss. And by the time it happens, they will have a greater appreciation, the fans will, for this kiss happening, because it will build up over time. You know, I can't even tell you guys how many times I've felt alone in my lifetime, or I've experienced something similar to this song that was released today. But even though I've experienced something similar and may or may not have had something happen for me that I wish could have, because I've had so many girls in my lifetime that I wish I could have had the opportunity to go back in time and tell how I truly felt. Because I met so many beautiful girls in my lifetime that I thought were special. But you know something? I knew God had something special planned for me, and that was obviously to lead me to each and every one of you, to talk with you about Descendants and Zombies and share in my stories and my experiences that made me a fan of Descendants and Zombies and became so dedicated to franchises because of stars that you guys love so much. You were bringing it to my attention for years. I finally came to my senses and started recording hundreds of videos on Kylie Control, Freya, Skye, and it's brought us to this moment. A moment that I wish could really last for forever, because I know somewhere out there tonight there is somebody going through the same thing that Freya Skye may be experiencing because of this song. I'm no expert, and I have no business offering anybody relationship advice. I get that. But I just want each and every one of you to know whatever you may be going through, everything is going to be okay. Because we are the best of friends because of Descendants of Zombies, and we are going to forever and always remain friends forever. Because if there's one thing that I'm going to do, despite all the criticism that people like Kylie and Freya see all the time, wake up and see on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, which are awful for distributing criticism, because I've always believed there is no room in a conversation for any form of criticism, because any form of criticism is no form of nice criticism. There is no such thing as nice criticism. I've just wanted people like Kylie and Freya to know they are beautiful people in their own right, just like each and every one of you are. I don't even have to know who you are, whether or not to judge that you're a great person, because I know you are, because you wouldn't be subscribed to this YouTube channel if you weren't a great person. As I just said here earlier, everybody has a light. Everybody eventually finds that light. It just may take you a matter of time to find it and really put things into perspective. And I know how difficult life may be sometimes. But you know something? Some of your most precious commodities in this lifetime have everything to do with the friends you surround yourself with, the friends that you've made, and how valuable and how precious time is that sometimes is never taken into consideration because we never know how much time we have. And both Descendants and Zombies as particular franchises have had a greater emphasis on the value of friendship, how much it's meant to each and every one of our lives, and just how precious time is, because we never seem to know how much time we have. And the thing about time is, time always runs out. Nothing lasts forever. But that's the one thing that I've always wanted to encourage, is the believement that forever has even the slightest chance of existing for somebody who may be watching these videos. Whoever you are out there listening to my voice and watching this video tonight, just know this. Thank you so much for having watched these videos. Thank you so much for always hitting my like button. Thank you so much for helping Freya Skye become the superstar she is today, because this is exactly what I wanted to see happen for Freya Skye, which gives me great incentive to create so many wonderful videos about Descendants and Zombies. This song is 10s across the board. It still has a long way to go, undeniably, but it will get there because of each and every one of you. This has everything to do with each and every one of you. I am known by more people on YouTube than ever before because of the fans of Descendants and Zombies, who deserve all the respect in the world. And if I could give each and every one of you my heart, I would do it without even thinking, because I've dedicated the rest of my life to uploading videos about Descendants and Zombies. I will be here forever, regardless of what we see happen for these franchises, who comes in and out of these particular franchises that have had such a profound impact on each and every one of our hearts. Just know this, guys. Whatever's going on around you, everything will be okay, and we'll get there together. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to go ahead and get that out of the way right now, because we have so much to get into and discuss about Descendants and Zombies. I know sometimes life can be very difficult and present so many challenges that you can never seem to make sense of. And a lot of people are zombieing out there more than ever given credit for. The world is getting pretty crazy out there. But you know something? You're a good person. And that's all you've got to know. That's all you've got to realize. Regardless of how he or she may feel about you, you're a wonderful person in my eyes, and you will forever and always be a wonderful person. I don't have to know you to know that you're a good person or not. I just trust in the idea of you being a good person, because that's why you're here. And that's why we're fans of Descendants and Zombies, because we're in this together. It's ride or die. And you guys have really become my ride or die, because you have showed so much love and support for Descendants and Zombies, unlike anything that I have ever talked about on this YouTube channel. This has been so incredible. And I honestly can't seem to really put into words how I really feel about each and every one of you, because you're just wonderful people, man. Thank you so much for all the love and support you have shown every video on this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for making me your voice of Descendants and Zombies. We will talk more about Descendants and Zombies tomorrow morning. Thank you guys so much from my heart to yours. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, because we still have a long way to go and so much conversation to be a part of when it comes to Descendants and Zombies, because this is a future that I'm incredibly excited to be a part of. Go and now listen to Silent Treatment. Have a whole lot of fun doing it. Again, guys, thank you so much. I've been suffering from a cold over these last few days, and I haven't been able to get over it. I have no idea what's going on with me. Hopefully I'll be okay, and I'll recover from this over the next couple of days. But I just want to put it out there that I apologize for suffering from this cold. I feel like I've been suffering from it forever. Whatever it is about Christmas and Halloween, I always get sick around this time of year. I have no idea what's going on. I've got to put up Christmas lights. I just put up my Christmas tree. I'm looking forward to spending Christmas with each and every one of you. But just know, after everything is done with Descendants and Zombies, everything is going to be okay, and we will get there together, because you guys are some of the greatest fans ever. And these have been some of the most unforgettable moments of my life because of each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to go ahead and upload this video to my YouTube channel right about now, never knowing how many likes or how many subscribers I'm going to get that are going to smash that button. but I know you're going to do it because you love Freya, Skye so much. Thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown this YouTube channel, and hopefully will continue to show with me in that foreseeable future. Thank you so much for having watched this video. Go listen to Silent Treatment. Trust me, you're going to love this song.